Good morning guys, welcome to today's live decoding session for BankNifty. Today is Tuesday the 3rd of October and today is also the FinNifty expiry. Great, so let me just quickly share my screen and first of all, let's understand, what happened previous week and what are the areas or, the price action, which I'm planning to look at. Okay, so first of all is sellers or supply was spotted around 45,000 level again. This is a round number where now I also had a level at 944 where supply was spotted, and then we had a inventory adjustment break and we are back within the balance. And where are sellers? So sellers are at 45,000, 44,900 and 44,800 is where the supply is trapped. Okay, so if I look structurally from the auction which got developed on Friday, we have a nice P shape with short strap below 44,800 and also a price probe. So below 44,800 I'm seeing this spike, or I call it a price probe. This is just to retest whether there are any buyers interested to get into this particular auction. So buyers were found below 44,800 and 44,800 and below is where I'm seeing a lot of stops, or supply are the ones which are getting trapped. So overall structurally, if I see there is a prominent point of control, plus there are areas where there are stops present, these two levels, and also there are stops present below the spike low or the price probe low, and also the 45,000 line. Yeah, plus above 45,000 line is also I'm seeing an area of supply. So overhead there is supply definitely seen, and supply is getting shut off below. So we are in a very short 200 point range is how the entire auction was developed on Friday. Okay, so that's the overall plan, and what I'm looking at is based on the pre-open, I'm looking for the price to move higher and see whether we get any continuation and do fresh supply come into the auction or not. Okay, so in order to understand more what is happening in the auctions, I have created this indicator wherein it is giving me the volume delta. Okay, this is a delta order flow chart, but in trading view we do not get the tick data, we just get the volume data. So this is on the spot which I'm currently using, and I'm using the volume data to identify the areas where who is trapped. So for example, if I'm looking at here, 44,700 is where I'm seeing a lot of supply is trapped, and 44,500 and below is where I'm seeing a lot of sellers are trapped. So I'm expecting today's range to be in this 200 point range and see where the auction develops. So this is on a daily chart. If I look similar on a 30-minute chart, the volume delta, I'm seeing that there is supply seen around 44,740, and also there is trapped sellers below 44,561. Okay, now the reason why this timer is on is because currently the pre-open data is out. So we are opening at 461. So we are opening 23 points. So overall inventory is flat. So 44,500 is the zone or is the area where I'm observing, and that's also where I'm seeing a level here. Okay, so 44,500 is the line in the sand, and what I'm seeing is a lot of shorts are the ones which are trapped, plus we have got buyers, we have got again sellers. So this for me is a resistance zone. So what I'm expecting is at every price rise, I'm looking to look for the price to move lower and tag the 44,500 level. Yeah, so that's the first auction auction development path which I'm looking at based on the daily time frame. That's what I'm expecting from a higher time frame perspective. As we are opening, so I'm seeing that there are shorts trapped below 561. So what I'm expecting is some choppiness, because again above 600 is also where there is supply seen overhead. Okay, So this is confirming my trade plan, what's my overall trade plan. And we are going to open above 44,800. So first of all, this particular anomaly or areas, which is seen from the structure, I'm looking for it to get cleared because there are a couple of stops present in this low volume area node. Okay. So I'm looking for the stops to be taken out, this stops and this stops, and then, have a sort of a reversal, because we might have a firecracker effect today, and the auction might tag 45,000 level today. Okay, so that's what the overall auction plan is. Now if you're interested to use this indicator, you check the YouTube description below. So I'm happy to schedule a introductory call. So just select which time is suitable for you, just select that. And also you will be getting the if you want to get access to this, do fill up this form. This is a free trial request, wherein I'm using AI, and there are a lot of indicators which I'm using. So the one which I shared is Orderflow analytics. Then there is also big player accumulation. So big player accumulation is this indicator, wherein it helps me to identify where the supply is getting absorbed. Yeah. So there are a lot of then there is heat map, then there is stop finder, trap buyer, market sentiment analyzer, levels of supply, where I'm seeing market orders, supply-o-meter, and essential. So these are about 10 indicators. So if you want to try all, if you want to try a couple of them, just fill up this form, and do share me your TradingView ID, because that's how I'm going to share this particular indicator or indicators which you are looking to. Okay, so the link to this particular form will be available in the YouTube description below. Okay, so yeah, so this is futures chart, this is spot chart, this is futures. So overall, what I'm seeing is the overall inventory is flat. There is no major change happening, and below 44,720 is where I'm seeing a lot of absorption of supply. That's where there is a support level, looking at the data or the delta order flow. Okay, so we are going to open flat, we are going to reject from the POC, we are going to look below and fail. So that's the overall trade plan which I have, looking at the overall context perspective. And if we drop lower, I'm expecting supply to get absorbed at 44,670, because that's the monthly volume point of control for the month of September. Okay, so yep, let's see. And also there are short strap below, again 44,700. So pretty exciting day today. Also the the Fin Nifty expiry is also there, right? And looking from the inventory perspective, I'm seeing that at the end of the session, a lot of put options were created. So if the auction is opening, as the option is opening like 30 points, 40 points lower, the put ones, they will be adding more positions. But currently I'm seeing more call options being written. So they will be the ones, who will be exiting the overall auction. Okay. So as the auction is going to open between 890 and 786. So this is the overall zone, but I am more focused on the volume delta. So the auction is going to open in next 2 minutes or 1 minute. So if you have got any question, do let me know. And also here also I have added a lot size. So this calculates the lot size. So based on that, and one good thing is, this is how sometimes I use it to identify which are the potential areas. Yeah, so this is where a lot of supply is seen, supply is trapped, and you can use this from the straddle perspective, straddle and strangle trades. If you want to take from option selling perspective, this can also help you with that strategy. Okay, so the time is 9:14, 35 seconds. The auction will open. And last thing is, let me just open my one click and I'll show you what's the current funds available to take trades today. So I am in a loss of 42,997. So this is the overall account which I have. This is my 50k account, and I'm in a loss of 7,000 rupees in a span of 2 months. Okay, so the auction is opened gap down and massive supply is coming in. So this is acting as the level of resistance. Now I'm waiting for it to move lower and tag the low, which is at 350. So we have dropped below, we have taken out the previous day's low, and it is showing continuation lower. Okay, so the calls are the ones, sellers are the ones, who are currently enjoying the overall auction, and below is where I'm seeing trapped buyers, trapped sellers, where I'm expecting some responsive buying. So 44,400 is the level, where I'm expecting some absorption of supply, and I'm looking at this particular zone. So it is now just hovering around 44,700, and also there was unfinished auctions. Let me just remove this. And if I look at, so we are hovering around the previous day's low, and the auction just stopped at the area where previously there is trapped sellers. Okay, so that's why the auction stopped. Now again, more supply is coming in. So for me, 44,400 is the line in sand. And if this particular breaks, then I'm looking for again more absorption up to 300 level, because that's where I'm seeing a lot of absorption can happen again. So supply is still definitely coming in. We are developing lower, and this is the zone. So 44,400 is the zone where I'm expecting this as a resistance level. So a lot of shorts are the ones which are getting trapped. Overall inventory is short. Let me just hit refresh so that I get the timestamp. Okay. Yep. So a lot of shorts are coming in, and I'm looking at the 44,400 level. This level is going to hold, and I'm waiting for price to move lower. Okay, but overall from the futures print, I'm seeing supply is the one, shorts are the ones which are getting built. Overall delta is also pretty heavily negative. So 44,400 is my level for look above and fail. This was also one level. Let me just delete that. This was the resistance level. Let me delete that. Okay. So now again, buyers are coming in. If you see here, the buyers are coming in, and the supply is the one which is currently getting trapped. Okay, so I'm waiting for the price to move lower, and the spot chart is moving lower. So I'm expecting this to continue lower. And we are nearing the zone where I'm expecting supply to be shut off. Okay, so I'm waiting for the D period to be taken out. Overall inventory is definitely short. Now, if you see, the absorption of supply is happening, and we just stopped at this particular zone. So currently I'm seeing more supply, 1K, 1.7K, and we are just hovering around 44,500. I'm waiting for look below and fail. Okay, so I have taken a small trade, and the SL got hit. The reason again, why I took a call trade. So I entered at 354, and I was just trailing my SL, and it got hit at 357.3. So this was just a 21 second trade. And the reason why I took this quick scalp is I'm just decoding the data. So for me, this is the zone where I'm looking for supply to get absorbed, because this is the level where a lot of shorts are trapped, and I'm expecting some responsive buying. So it would it would test, and it would again have a minor short covering. So for me, this up move is the things, or that's my trade plan. Okay, now I'm seeing a lot of supply is coming in, using the volume delta, and this will be, so 44,300 is the zone where I'm expecting supply to be shutting off. That combining with the futures data, so the reason why I'm showing you the futures data and the spot data is so that you are able to understand the process. So currently overall delta is negative, supply is currently pretty strong, minus 5.6k is the level. Now for me, what I was looking at is this particular level to look below and fail, but I am seeing continuation lower. So this is where the supply, I'm looking for supply to again come in. So this is developing lower, and I'm looking for further continuation lower towards 44,400 on the futures chart. And this is where 44,300 is where I'm looking for supply to get exhaust. Yeah, so more supply is coming in. Now I hope you are able to clearly see where are the supply or the sellers present. Yeah, 320, 360, 400. Yeah, so currently at 320, I'm expecting this as the resistance zone, and if the price moves above, then my trade plan is to take a long. This is my exit, this is my SL. Okay, so I'm expecting exhaustion at this particular zone. Now I'll combine this data with the options data, how it is going to help you, and why this is my edge. So currently what I'm trying to show you is my edge, how I'm just combining the data. Okay, so if I look from the options data, what I'm seeing is at the moment a lot of call options are getting written, but overall I'm seeing that put are the ones who are interested to buy. Where is the call, where is the overall interest seen from the call? This is at 44,500 level. So currently the put writers, they are the ones who are getting the price at a very discounted value. Yeah, so they can buy low, sell high, or they can sell higher and buy lower. Yeah, so if you see right to the tick, 44,300 is the zone where, so this for me is a long trade. I can take a long trade. This is the exit and this is the SL. Yeah, so let's see, let me just look to the futures volume, and okay, so I have taken a long trade and it got hit. Okay, so this was the trade. I entered at 347. I kept my SL at 350, but it got hit at 348. Okay, again, the reason for entering the long is, see, you have to develop your own process, and I'm currently sharing live on YouTube about my process, how I am executing the trades. Okay, so my process is who is getting trapped. I am seeing supply is getting trapped. A lot of sellers who will now come in, they are the ones who are gonna get trapped. So I'm combining the data. So what I'm seeing is this is the zone where I was expecting supply to shut off. Yes, it is happening. Again, this is the zone where the supply is I'm expecting to shut off. Yes, that is also happening. But now my trade plan is, if it moves higher, I should quickly scalp and just trail my SL, irrespective of, because see, I'm not interested to capture the entire move. What I'm interested is to capture the momentum. Okay, so now a lot of supply is coming. Now this level will be failing, and I'm looking for continuation lower. Okay, so I'm waiting for the auction to move lower 540 on futures, and auction to move lower below 44,300. Okay, so a lot of supply is seen here. Pretty heavy selling is coming in. So I'm expecting, and what has happened is we have entered into the value of the second day, previous. So basically the T+2 low. So this is the T+2 low. We have entered the value when this particular up move or a short covering move has happened. Now this particular spike or the price probe has been absorbed. and I'm actually looking for price to move lower and see the supply getting absorbed at 44,400. Okay, so now this level is failing. Now I'm looking for continuation lower up to 44,250, because that's where previously there is where I'm seeing trapped sellers. So for me, 44,250 to 44,225 is the zone for responsive buying. If this level fails, then I'm expecting responsive buying at 44,200. Okay. So at the moment, a lot of supply is seen. Again, supply is getting absorbed at the low. So who is coming at the low and absorbing the supply is the question, which you have to ask. Okay. Yes, come on, continue lower. Delta, so pretty heavy supply or sellers are coming in. Now, if you don't want to use this, right, so I'm just using numbers to take data-driven decisions. I am also using other indicator called the big player accumulation. So currently what I'm seeing is that as the prices are moving lower, smart money are the ones who are absorbing this current particular supply. Okay, so I'm expecting this to be a move to be happening lower, and let's see whether we get continuation or not. But I'm seeing absorption of supply, and see where these sellers are getting absorbed is to the tick, to the level which I've shared. Okay, so as we are nearing lower, let it continue, and 44,473 from the higher time frame is where I'm expecting supply to be shutting off. There is also level here, and also there are trapped sellers at 44,473. Okay, so I know I might be going a bit too fast, because what I'm doing is I'm doing it live, taking trades, explaining you. So I have to be fast and quick by nature. Okay, so now this level should be holding. This is a resistance zone. Currently we have 771.4k plus 1.8k supply trapped here. If this level holds, I'm expecting continuation lower towards 44,400, because that's where previously the demand got generated, and that's where I'm seeing stacked buyers. Okay, so right at the open, we have a quick inventory adjustment, and where I'm seeing absorption is we have entered into the value of the Thursday's auction, wherein this was also the expiry. This was the monthly expiry. Okay, so I'm expecting continuation lower. This is still acting as the resistance zone. So for me, this is the resistance zone. This is the next resistance zone. This is the next resistance zone. Yeah. So you see the auction is moving higher. So now this level should be holding, but I'm seeing supply can come in at 44,300. We have got a lot of absorption at the low. So I'm waiting for this particular level to hold and see some sideways choppiness, because there are stops getting built here, plus there is also stop at 44,500. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand the logic and how I'm decoding the data, how the data is helping me. And also, currently I have set it to 20 levels. If I want to have more granular data, I can set it up to more levels to get understanding of where the buying is coming in, where is the sellers present. Yeah, so this is volume delta. This is not tick, this is understanding the volume which is getting transacted at this particular level, and what is happening. So currently I'm seeing absorption at 44,287 to 282. So in this 5-point range, I'm seeing absorption happening, and I can even be more granular. Okay, so currently I'm adding 40 levels. So now if you see, this is again an area where, so this is where the supply is getting absorbed, this is where the supply came in. Yeah, so we are in this range. Okay, so this will help you to identify, decode, and the same data can also be used here. So if I just break it up into 40 pieces, there is a lot of data. So just to keep things simple, on a daily time frame, I keep it to 20 divided by 20. And okay, so here if you see, the absorption has happened, overhead there is supply. I'm waiting for this level to be broken now. Okay. Okay, so let's see whether the auction develops, as per my understanding. So I have not taken any trades yet. I have just taken 2 trades, and both of them I have captured some small moves. Overall, I'm in a profit of $45, and the funds which is available is 42,997. So I believe 43,000 will be the funds which will be available for tomorrow's auction. Okay, so I'm just observing this now. So I'm seeing absorption here of supply. Let me just switch this to 30. Okay, so I'm seeing absorption of supply here. Numbers are still coming up. Keep it 20. Even if I keep it 10. Yeah, so if you see here, we are in the zone where a lot of supply was present, and I'm expecting continuation lower. Keep it 30. Okay, so I'm expecting continuation lower now. Now what has happened is the orders are getting absorbed and we are developing lower. I'm waiting for the E period high to be taken out and see where we are heading. Previously, this is the zone where a lot of sellers are trapped. So this is where some responsive buying will be happening. Okay, and if I look at the options data, right, call premiums are still higher. This is 393 and this is 220. Yeah, so call premiums are pretty higher and now they are moving pretty fast. And the reason is we have got an area where there are trapped sellers. So the auction is going to continue higher. I was planning to take a trade, but yeah, that's completely fine. So this is the zone where, the supply again got absorbed, and see where it came. I shared earlier that, 250 to 225 is the zone where I'm expecting some sort of absorption. And that is what has happened. Now the short covering is happening. This is the zone where I'm expecting again supply to come in. But overall, the delta or, the supply are the ones, who are trapped massively. The shorts are the ones which are trapped, and we might see a short covering move any moment. Yeah. So I'm expecting for a short covering move, and I'm expecting a short covering move towards 44,400. Let's see whether we get that. Okay. And there are a lot of unfinished auctions around the high. So let me just mark those unfinished auctions. In the meantime, if you have got any questions, please do let me know. I'll be happy to take your questions in the live session. Okay, so expecting some chop, that is what is currently ongoing. Okay, a lot of unfinished auctions around the high. And this is where supply is trapped. So this is trapped seller. So we have trapped seller below 277 there. This is the POC. I'm expecting it to move higher. What is the options flow telling me? So the call writers are the ones who have come in. There are call writers trapped at 44,100. Okay, so the options data is suggesting me price to move lower, and we have opened below the monthly VPOC, so of the previous month. So expecting some sort of choppiness. Let me also hit refresh to this chart so that I get the timestamp. Okay, so there are certain anomalies. This is one level that is at 44,500. This is a major level 44,400. And what we have done is we have entered into the previous range. So expecting rotational movement. Yeah. because this is where a lot of supply are the ones, who got trapped. So I'm just using the daily candle to identify where the supply got trapped, and this is where you can find your trade locations. Okay, so sellers are the ones which are coming in. There is supply getting absorbed below 44 to 60ish. Yeah, now there is a trapped seller at this particular zone at 280. So I'm waiting for and looking at 280 and see whether it holds or it breaks. Currently I'm seeing absorption again at 280. So just to simplify things, what I'll do is I'll just add a line here. Okay, so if you saw it look below and fail, again, let's see whether it fails. Now there is some short covering happening. So this is a resistance zone. So I'm waiting for 44,300 price to close above this particular range and then see continuation towards 44,400. But more sellers are coming in the current auction. You see this pretty heavy volume of supply is coming in the auction. Okay, so I have taken a test trade. I'll put the SL as 405. Nope. And it got hit. I entered at 404 and exited at 404. Now the short covering is happening. Now I will not be chasing this, but this is just, I'm testing my conviction, my understanding of the auction and how it's fine. See, stop losses and all. So don't focus on this. Focus on why am I entering? Is the prices moving up? Because I'm combining data. I'm using data-driven decision making. Data is suggesting me and supporting my conviction. So 44,300 is the level which is going to hold. Short covering is happening, and guess what? 277 has not been broken. Okay, so I'll just delete this level, and I'm expecting continuation. Let's see whether we get that. So 44,300 is going to be the support level for the current auction, which is happening in BankNifty. Okay, plus it failed to took out the E period high, right? So we are now again back. So we are rotating up, and overall, so there are a lot of supply getting trapped here. Let me also, this is also a zone of trapped sellers or trapped supply. So we are going to chop. So who is buying here? Basically those who shorted here, right? They are the ones who are covering their orders. Okay, so we are holding above this level, but over it there is supply. Delta, if you see, it's pretty flat since last, I think since it opened. Yeah, so we still have 6 minutes left. So let's see, because I'm expecting responsive buying now. So it looked above, and again it is failing. So at it is finding supply sellers coming up. Okay, so I'm just observing, and yep, call premiums are, there's a lot of shifting happening from 328 to 333. So this is what I'm looking at. A lot of price premium is happening. Okay, this is the zone where I'm expecting some responsive buying, but it looked above and failed. So there is a seller coming in. Their supply is strong. So it is in an area where I'm looking for some absorption. It is coming to again back to 300 level. So I've taken a call trade at 399.9. And the premiums are melting. Yep, it is will be in a loss. Supply is definitely coming in. Okay, some short covering will happen, so I'll keep it 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the SL got hit. Okay, so yep, short covering is what I was looking for. My SL did got hit. So how many trades have taken? 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. One trade is where I made a loss, and yeah, this is where I captured some 6 points. But yeah, this is how I'm just using data to scalp. Yeah, so overall I made like $1-3 over a 42K or a 43K account. Okay, so I was looking for retest of supply. So when the price moved lower below 44,300 is where I was seeing for absorption of supply. So it was a classic look below and failed trade. Plus on the daily chart, I'm seeing a lot of absorption of supply. So there are trapped sellers below 293, and at 44,300 is where a lot of buyers are present. So they definitely, this is a major level which will be getting hold. Okay, so yep, I hope you learned something new today, and do like, share, subscribe, and do check if you want to connect with me. Check the YouTube description, or where you will find a Calendly link, and I'll be happy to connect with you and explain. And if you want to get a free trial, just let me know. Yeah, with that, ending the session, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, with that, ending the session, and yeah, take care. Bye for now.